When I look at kalo, I try to model myself and try to, you know, follow the example it sets. And when you think about it, its life, its entire life is devoted to sustaining others. You know, we eat the lau, the haha, and the tuber, which is the kalo itself, which we make poi out of. But when you look at the life of this plant, what it does is it receives from God, it receives from the elements, the sun, the water, the earth, it receives, and then it gives. It exists so that others can exist. And I think if more people would think like how the taro is, then we'd have a much better place to live in. Kupu Ola was the brainchild of our CEO, Kanoe Naone.
Our mission is just to bring these keiki back to the aina and let them see for themselves how much value the aina has for them. Nanakuli has a high concentration of Native Hawaiians. We find that a lot of times that the keiki are disconnected from their land. So you have keiki who can learn inside the classroom really well, and you have keiki who can learn outside here really well.
Now, that's okay, but we have to acknowledge that. You can take a child that excels and can learn rapidly in an outdoor setting, and you stick them in the four walls of one classroom, it'll be hard for them. And that's not the only way to learn. I can squeeze an orange all day, and guava juice is not going to come out of that orange. So we create the outdoor classroom so teachers can actually bring these kids. It's a tool for them to use, not develop new curriculum for them in addition to what they have or change what they're doing, but just providing an additional tool that will be helpful for their job. Well, Nanakuli Elementary is not our actual first site that I've done this type of thing with. However, it is the first site I've done with INPEACE and on this coast. It didn't come without challenges, and as an example, one of the obstacles was that it wasn't being utilized. You know, it wasn't being seen as an outdoor classroom, it was being seen as a garden. So we started to go around the community, to the schools, the staff, administration, with a PowerPoint presentation and educated the educators on what it is we're doing.
You know, just helping a teacher to be creative. They may not be a science major, but to come out here and look at an egg in the tree and then to bring their keiki back out and see maybe it opened or maybe it's still there, you know, and how many days. I think a lot of the teachers are moving into being more comfortable and coming out here and teaching their keiki. They always wanted a place like this. So now that it's here, they're excited about what kinds of things they can do with their students.
Well, we know that if they utilize the outdoor classroom as the tool that it is, that they'll have much better results in what they're doing.
Kupu Ola, the Hawaiian word Kupu Ola means bringing forth life.
What it means to me is not just bringing forth the life agriculturally or with various plants or livestock, but also with people as well. Just like how we will grow a plant until it produces, we want to grow children until they become productive. What I would like to see happen is the community to think more like Hawaiians did, where it's not a thought process of just taking care of yourself, but everybody taking care of each other.
I learned from a committee meeting that I was on that this land is agricultural, right? We can grow a lot of things on the lands that we live on. So the idea was that each community member is growing something at their house, on their property. So we bring our products to this event and we just exchange equally, like I give you something, you give me something. It's just everybody exchanges. We each can have something from each other. In a community like Nanakuli, every community member has something that is rich about them. And not necessarily is it money. That idea that money buys anything is Western. But if we had a kupuna come and share a mo'olelo about nanakuli in a certain street, there's no price. We couldn't buy that at a store. This place, this wahi right here, Kupu Ola, is open to everybody. So not specifically to nanakuli because we have other community, but just open to everybody so everyone can come.
It was a way of life where we just all took care of each other. And I'd like to see that happen here. And what I'm doing is trying to get the people here to start thinking like that again, like how their kupuna thought and how they viewed each other and took care of each other. A valuable lesson that kids, people learn in the outdoor classroom is you don't plant a seed today and expect to harvest it tomorrow. It takes time. You have to water it, you have to nurture it, you have to fertilize it, you have to pull the weeds, you have to cultivate it. And so it is with anything else, whatever the endeavor is, whether it's an extended education, whether it's whatever goals they set in life, they have to understand that the good things, it takes time.
My mana'o is that Kupu Ola becomes this extension for every teacher. A teacher can come out here and teach whatever they're teaching in the classroom. And my hopes is that Kupu Ola is able to reach other schools. We're able to create Kupu Ola sites at each of the elementary schools so that all the teachers have an opportunity and have a space where they can come outdoors and teach their keiki. And I hope that Kupu Ola also is able to teach the communities about the mo'olelos and the richness of their kaia'ulu, of their community, and to build keiki to be proud of who they are. To come out here and experience Kupu Ola and then be proud of who they are and where they come from.
Can I have you guys been hunting?